Top 50 Games continues.
Yes.
I'm Jody.
I'm Justin.
We are Board Game Perspective. So this is going to be the second video, games 40 through 31.
Correct.
And these are games that we have played. Now, obviously, we have not played all the games in the world. So out of the games we played, these are some of our favorite games we've ever played.
Yes.
So, quick shout out to our channel sponsor, Game Toppers. We have been thoroughly enjoying our game table here, Game Topper, and all of our gazillion game mats we have. I think we have 8 at this point. Love the different themes. So, shout out to our channel sponsor.
Woo.
All right, well, let's get right into it, starting with number 40.
All right, let's get this rolling with a series of games. It's not the whole series, but it's a series that I did not like.
GIP.
No. Series that I did not like.
Oh.
That now...
Oh, Scholars of the West... Scholars of the South Tigers.
Nope, different series.
All right,
It is Tiny.
Tiny Epic Vikings is on this list?
Tiny Epic Vikings made the list.
What?
Can you believe it?
No.
You had no idea.
You liked it that much?
I actually really like Tiny Epic Vikings.
Wow.
Who'd have thunk it?
Wow. This is a huge surprise.
This is probably more of a shocker than any of the other. She was saying Scholars, and that maybe wouldn't have been quite as much of a surprise. But this one I think definitely surprised her because any Tiny Epic game that I've played prior, which has only been 2 others, but I really did not like them at all. And
you liked this one that much?
I went into this one thinking that it was going to be kind of the same.
Wow.
And came out of it thinking, well, that was fun.
It's a good game, but I'm shocked.
It is definitely the best of the ones that I've played, that's for sure, and even worthy to get on the list at number 40. So, Tiny Epic Vikings, really cool. You're drafting cards, you are doing area control out on a map, you're battling for relics and all of these different things. Really, really cool. There's an expansion that we also played with it. I don't necessarily need the expansion, but
in the expansion you get to slay giants.
You get to slay giants, which I didn't do a very good job at, so I don't really care about it. So I like Tiny Epic Vikings, and
wow,
I think that might be one of the surprises of the whole list.
That's a big surprise.
So there you go, number 40.
Okay, well, mine is a war game, 2-player war game. I have a big stack of games over here that's covered by a blanket.
With a blanket covered over it,
so I'm having to get them underneath the blanket. Shh. No guesses?
What'd you say? I missed it.
Too late. Memoir 44. This is a fun game from Days of Wonder. This is an older game. I think I just looked it up. I think it said 2004.
We must play it again.
This game has, oh my gosh, you're battling each other. There's all kinds of terrain, scenarios. And it has that toy factor because it has all these like little, army men, and you're rolling dice. I mean, look, you have army men and there's trenches and like tiles and all kinds of tanks and all kinds of toy factor, which I really like. And this is so much fun to play. It's been way too long since we have played this game. We have got to play this soon because it is so much fun. You're playing out commands and tactics card or something else, I can't remember, and you're sending out units and you're battling. This is a great game.
Yeah.
And they have like all kinds of expansion material for this. I don't know how much of it's available, but you can like make this huge map, and so it's more than 2 players, but we'll stick with the 2-player.
We like the 2-player.
But it's a great production, lots of fun. That is Memoir 44 from Days of Wonder.
Alright, let's see if I can surprise her again with the next one. And this one is another from the same world of a game that I really did not like.
Expeditions.
Expeditions.
I'm not Tiny Epic Vikings was more of a surprise.
I figured this one would be less of a surprise than Tiny Epic Vikings, but I still I wasn't sure if you would think this was surprising as well.
I didn't know this would be on your list, but it is.
It is. So there's the exploration aspect. There's the kind of building your cards that you're using to get different things and score all these different ways. It's normally I wouldn't think this would be my type of game because there is a lot of different ways to kind of go about things, and it's, I don't know. Normally I don't think it would be for me, and mechs don't necessarily do much for me.
It's just the pawn that you're moving.
Minis in general don't really do much for me. I don't really care that much. But the way that it was played, I don't know. This was really, really cool. I do like the artwork. Even I don't love it, but I do like it. It's, I don't know. I went into it expecting it to be like Scythe because it's in that world, but it was nothing like that. So it definitely was a pleasant surprise. And yeah, I found this game to be really, really fun. We've played it many times at this point, and every time I played it, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, the turn sequence is easy. I mean, you just move your little cube and you take the uncovered actions, so 2 of the 3 actions. Yep. It's a good game. We definitely like that sense of exploration.
There you go. Expeditions.
Okay, under my blanket here, we have another Days of Wonder game. Can you guess?
I don't know.
Days of Wonder? Cooperative. Old.
Shadows over Camelot?
Shadows over Camelot.
No way.
Yeah, I love this game.
Okay.
I have fun. I love every time we play this. I love it. Except, let's see, I'm trying to get so we can see it. So this is probably one of the more original cooperative games. I love this game. It's so much fun. I feel like every time we play, it's so down to like. Actually, no. The last time we played, I think it was down to my turn, and we could have either won or lost the game on my turn. It was like we lost, of course, but it was an epic game. This is always so much fun. There's all kinds of different quests you can go on, and you're trying to like play out cards to, fulfill these different quests. And oh my gosh. You got siege engines that you don't want to have built up, and some quests require you to play cards like 1, 2, like in a straight, or just simply play a card to move up the Excalibur. Excalibur, I cannot talk. There's so many different things in this game. It's gorgeous too. I mean, it's one of those Days of Wonders productions, gorgeous. This is just so much fun. We always play this without the trader. I don't like traders in games. I like everyone doing the same thing. So we have fun playing this without the trader. There is a trader option. But, this is such a good game. And if you like cooperative games, definitely try this one out. I don't know if it's readily available anywhere because it is an older game. But, it's so good. Mm-hmm. That is Shadows over Camelot.
I approve. All right, moving more into a world of games where it's a little more expected, I think. So this is a bunch of games in one.
Welcome to the moon.
Welcome to the moon.
8 games in one.
It is 8 games in one. I think this was earlier on Jody's list as well. It's a roll and write or flip and write type of game, which I love that type of stuff, but this is, each one I think gets a little bit more advanced, and they're just... but each one's completely, distinctly different, and it's very surprising that they've made 8 very different games all in this one box.
And they're good.
And they're all good. It's not like some are junk and they've done a really, really good job where each one of these potentially could have been sold for a little bit cheaper as individual games. And I've found every one of these scenarios that we've played to be super fun, super interesting.
Some of them are brain burning.
Some of them burn your brain because you're like, oh, am I making the right decision now, or am I going to pay for it later?
It's like a huge puzzle, and oh my gosh, it's so good.
But love it, absolutely love Welcome to the Moon. If you like a little more thinky kind of roll and write or flip and write type of games,
and they're gorgeous,
that are puzzly. It's and the artwork's pretty good. So really, really fun. Love this. Welcome to the Moon. A little more expected, right?
Yes, that was more expected. Okay, so this is an AEG game. I often It sits underneath Cubitos on our shelf.
I don't know.
Building out landscapes and habitat. And it has that bingo-esque mechanic where you are drawing out one of the elements, and everyone gets to use that element on their cards. You're trying to like fill up resources on the cards to activate them, and you're going to be putting out different animal tokens, different landscape, different tiles, trying to complete different objectives, move animals around. This is such a fun game for me. And every time we finish, like the whole landscape is just completely different. You have trees and mountains, so you're using elements, completing your cards, and creating the continent. I really like this game.
She's also a Dundee Claire fangirl. She really likes everything that he puts out.
This is a really good game. I love this game. I don't know why you don't like this as much as I thought you would like this more than you do. But you have all these different animal tokens that come out, and I love the cards because there's like multiple abilities, and you sometimes get like one use out of a card, or you might have 3 uses out of a card. You always tap it to signify that. I love this game. This is such a good one.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not as big of a fan, but it is. I wouldn't say. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game. I think it's a good game. I'm not picking it first over other things.
Well, I really like it. That is Eco's first continent.
Alright, so we're going a little far back in time. One of the first games that kind of started to draw me in. And this is a card game. You're one-on-one and trying to build out runs of cards.
Lost Cities.
And so, really simple in the way that it's played, but can also be a little kind of brain burny if you're playing against somebody that if you're both really good at it and you both know that you want to do this one thing, and it's kind of interesting trying to figure out what the other person's trying to do, and you're playing these cards and trying to lay down runs of cards, and the longer and bigger your runs get, the more that run is worth.
And multipliers.
And there's multipliers that you put with it as well. And, you're kind of committing to it if you're putting those multipliers, and hopefully you can get a nice long run on top of that. But the other person might be doing the same thing or thinking the same thing, and, it's kind of a interesting push and pull and trying to figure out what another person is doing.
This is such a good one. Oh my gosh. We need to take like a month off. Like quit your job for a month and let's just play all these games.
I'll talk to the boss.
Because all these are so good. I want to play all these games. I want to play this one again. It's been so long.
So long. Let's do that.
It's a long lost game.
Long lost game.
That should have been in our recent long lost video.
It might have been.
Was it?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Because it fits with the lost cities.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, you're on a small box trend, and I'm just increasing in size.
Oh my. I think that's inevitable.
Alright, so you have not played this one. You will play this at some point. This is Merchant's Cove, a Final Frontiers game. This is a big production, and I really enjoy this because it's asymmetrical game. So each player is basically playing a different game mechanic. So one might be dice placement. One might be like marble, like the marbles kind of like push and explosion, marble adjustment.
And stuff.
One's Mancala. I mean, it's so cool. I really like that, how each player is a different mechanism, but you're trying to achieve the same thing. You're trying to like create goods to sell. Oh my gosh. And the production is amazing. I love the marble one. I really enjoy this game. I have not gotten the chance to play all of the different factions, and we even have one that is the Dragon Rancher, where you're collecting dragon poop or something like that. It's really cute, and yeah, this is one I still want to get you to try this.
Artwork's cool.
It's a gorgeous production. It's really not complex gameplay. You just have to learn your individual mechanisms, but the gameplay is pretty simple. There's just a lot of different mechanics in here. It's so cool. I definitely want to play this again, and have you play it for the first time. And I gotta get that Dragon Rancher out to collect dragon poo.
Dragon poo.
That's what they're doing is collecting dragon poo.
Well, that must be valuable. I don't know.
So anyway, really enjoyed this game and can't wait to play it again. That is Merchant's Cove.
Another series of games.
GIF series.
No. But another one that I like, and the one that I like the most is the stained glass version.
Oh, Azul.
Azul, stained glass of Sintra. So, I love the Azul games. I really do. And this is my favorite of them.
We haven't played all of them. We haven't played the fourth one yet.
True story, we have not played the fourth one. We have played the first three. This is my favorite of those three. And it is the only one that made the top 50 list this year. Which means that the other ones have dropped. And this one has dropped significantly. This one was number 8.
8?
The last time we did a list.
We haven't played these though in forever.
That is one of the main reasons that I think that it has dropped so much is because we haven't played it much and because we played so many other things that have kind of moved it down. But I love the Azul mechanism. I love the drafting of the different tiles or the pieces of stained glass in this case. And then you're building your stained glass. And
I love the components of all the Azul games.
All of the games, I love them.
They're so nice.
And I personally think that this one is the prettiest. The mechanisms are all very similar in each of the Azul games, but I find this one to be the prettiest, and I really, really enjoy playing.
I think the Summer Pavilion is the prettiest and funnest.
You think
for me.
that, but
That's
I
mine.
think differently. Therefore, Azul, stained glass of Sintra. I like it.
Okay. We are now going to a game from Aporta Games. I don't think you know much about this game because you haven't tried it yet.
Nope.
And it's a newer-ish game and newer to our collection. That is Revive.
Is this one you've said that I would like?
You might like, yeah. This is one that I'm going to get you to play, and it's going to be on that 5 games, Justin may possibly not like.
Oh, great.
But it's like a bigger, crunchier game. But it has that sense of exploration, so you're trying to explore the different tiles on the board, trying to populate. You have your own player board, which is really nice, like a dual-layered board where you're moving things around, trying to upgrade different machinery, and you're playing out cards. And there's a lot of different things going on in this game, but I really enjoy it a lot. And I just think the production is great as well. Yeah, so that's the player board right there.
That looks complicated.
It looks complicated, but it's not that complicated.
I mean, as you were verbally describing it, it sounded cool, and then I looked at it and I was like, ugh.
No. Don't get overwhelmed. That's just, they're just different tracks.
Oh, yeah.
That player board where you're moving around and upgrading the machinery and stuff, it's just like 3 different tracks. That's all it is. But it's like in this spirally, interconnecting
to confuse
way.
those.
No, it's really cool how I like it a lot.
Okay.
No, I think you might like it, but I'm not sure. But we'll find out one day, hopefully soon rather than later. Oh, let me put it up this way. I need to start putting all the
Box tops in orientation, same orientation as the bottom.
Yes. So play as one of 6 unique tribes and relearn their ancient technologies, unlock machines, and customize your board. And then you're gonna recruit followers that work well together. And the followers being the cards. Yep. So I really enjoy this game. That is Revive.
So, 2-player political.
Watergate.
Wow. That was quick.
I am on top of it tonight.
She is on it. This is Watergate. And this is the kind of game that just gets me going because I really like those games that are based on kind of true history stories kind of stuff. And, Watergate, obviously based on the Watergate scandal, Nixon presidency. And essentially this is Nixon versus the press, and they're trying to get stuff out so that he gets impeached, and there's this push and pull.
It's that tug of war that we both like in games.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And
it's card driven, and I don't know why I'm getting this board out.
I have no clue what you're doing.
But I just wanted to. I had the urge to get the board out and show you guys. It's been a while since I played it. So you have like this evidence, and you're trying to connect the evidence to and pin it to Nixon.
Yeah, and these different people and stuff like that. So, and then
This is the tug of war zone right here.
You've got the tug of war here, and it's so good. And what's funny is you just received what's essentially the next one of that.
I did?
Yeah, remember the game of the century is kind of like Watergate. It's that push and pull, but it's obviously based on something
Well,
different.
I don't know if it's the next one of this. Matthias Kramer, who is... I don't remember now.
But it's a similar...
Do you see it? No, I know. It's a similar type of game, but I don't think it's like the next...
But it's a similar idea where it's a push
Yeah.
and pull.
Yeah, it's two-player.
And it's based on a real story. But anyway, Watergate, absolutely love this because, I mean, there's a lot of history in it, and like in the rule book and in the cards and in the stuff. It's just, to me, these types of games are just super, super interesting and super, super fun, especially if it's got that push-pull, that tug-of-war kind of feel.
Yeah.
And I this is exactly that. So I absolutely love Watergate for sure.
Cool. Yes. So, mine is a Stonemaier game, and it is a newer game, and it's Bees in Space.
Apiary.
Yes! Man, I really like this game a lot. This is just right up my alley. I love space-themed games. You guys know that. The production is great. This is worker placement. I love worker placement games. Each player has their own bee faction, and you are building it out. And I love tile laying games, and you're just building out your hive and activating different abilities. And I really like the bees. They have different strength on each side, and so when you play it out, that might determine the strength of the action you can take. But whenever you get bumped, if someone bumps you off, then the strength goes up, or whenever you pass or rest or whatever, your bees can get bumped up, and whenever they get to strength 4, they hibernate, which lets you place out something that's kind of will trigger the end of the game once there's enough hibernation tokens out. I really love this. The production is great. There's also that sense of, going around collecting things with the queen bee in the resource area, exploring tiles, and I really enjoy this game. Did you try this yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Did you like it?
Production's really good. It was one of those that I enjoyed playing, but it's not high up enough to make the list.
I'm surprised that you don't like it as much as I thought you might like it more, because there's tile laying as well and building out your hive in addition to worker placement, and we both like those.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I would play it again.
I really like Apiary. Stonemaier Games productions, plus this theme and space and worker placement. Oh, I really enjoy this. If I get more plays of this, like, this might go up. I really like it a lot. That is Apiary.
This one it came out around the same time as Dune, I believe, but I definitely went in this direction versus the Dune direction.
Yes, Arnak. Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Yeah. Lost Ruins of Arnak, I just found to be really fun. I like the exploration aspect. I like going up the side of the board. I forget what it's called.
Let me to the temple track or
temple
something.
track, something like that. It's been a long time since we played this, and that's why this is actually a lot lower on my list this year than it was a couple of years ago. I think it's just lack of play is the reason why it's
we
down.
gotta get this played, and the expansion.
Yeah.
One of the expansions we gotta play. We like this game.
So love this game. Just have not gotten to do it in a while. So
it's
pretty,
gorgeous.
so pretty on the table, and deck building and
worker placement.
And
It's that sweet spot.
It's just right, and just because of lack of play, I think it's dropped into the 30s here. But before, I think it was maybe in my teens. If I
I'll have the stat up. I don't remember either.
Jody will show it, but it's so good. I really enjoy this game. We do need to play it again in order.
We'll get played.
If we had played it in the last month or so, it probably would be higher.
Yeah. Like we said, we're trying to get through some of these shelf of opportunity games, and then we'll try to curate our collection a little bit better. But we do need to get that played.
Yes.
With the expansion as well.
For sure.
Okay. Well, mine is a larger box game where you actually have like castle pieces.
Ooh. After the Empire.
Yes. All right. Love this game. Oh, it's been a long time since I played it, but I think I might get it played sooner rather than later to play with some kids that like to come play games. Gorgeous production. Love the production. You are doing some worker placement, trying to collect stuff, get ready to defend your castle against attackers. And you literally have like castle pieces on your player board.
Yeah, you're trying to strengthen your castle as well,
Yeah.
and then protect it from the onslaught that is to come.
Yes, it is an amazing product. I can't begin to explain how gorgeous it is. The artwork in here is amazing. And there's even upgrades to this game that we do not have. Like instead of cubes that represent like the armies and such, there's actual little soldiers,
Really?
which I might want to do one day because yeah. Love this game. If you like any kind of tower defense or whatever that genre is called, castle defense, tower defense, whatever, that's in this game mixed with worker placement. This is a blast. I love this game.
So good.
Yes, it's overdue for a play as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that is After the Empire.
This one might surprise you because it was number 6 last time.
I don't know what the top 10 was.
Yeah, I figured. But you might be surprised when you figure out it's these explorers that are trying to make the path to go to their temples and picking up
Karuba.
gold and things like that along the way. Karuba, this has been one of my favorites for a long time. 1, because I generally am pretty good at it. 2, because I just like that building a path and trying to figure out and plan out what's the best, most efficient way to get all of your explorers to their temples the quickest. And this is so good, and you're trying to obviously pick up gold and stuff along the way. Just a lot of fun to play this game and see your map get built out and try and, like I said, think about what's the most efficient way of getting all of your people to their temples. So
Why do you think it's dropped? Is it just
we
a
haven't
little too simple now for you a little bit too?
We haven't played it much, and
It's very much a family weight game.
you might be right. It might be just a little not as brain burning enough.
It's starting
as
to
maybe
lack a
it used
little
to
bit
be.
of extra.
A little challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely a light family weight game. It's a great game.
Yeah. I love this game, but you may be right. It may be just that it's lacking challenge now.
Yeah.
Because once you kind of figure out a system, which I kind of have.
And you've grown as a gamer too.
Well, what can I say? It's just I'm too advanced for Karuba, I guess.
Gosh. Wow. Okay.
I'm very humble too.
This one you will never want to play.
Oh.
It has an obelisk.
Oh gosh.
Tekkenu, Obelisk of the Sun. This is a board and dice game. This is one of those T games. I really like this one a lot. It's been a long time since I've gotten to play this because of that. A lot of my gaming friends have zero interest in this game. Although we have some newer gaming-ish friends, I probably would be interested in trying this. And it's one of those, it does look a little blah. It's one of those like brown, is that really bright?
Yeah, because you're holding it too close to the light.
Well, I'll put up some photos. Some really brown, which I tend to like vibrant color games, but I really like this one because there's that cool obelisk, and it's going to be like rotating, and it's casting shadows, and depending on which like where the shadows are, the dice change. You have different levels of dice, like pure, tainted. There's sections that come off from the obelisk that correspond to sections of the board of different actions. I mean, there's a lot to this game. It's very crunchy, and you're trying to weigh your scales on your player board with the different dice. I really enjoy this game. It is not for everybody. I will say that. It is not for everybody. It's a brain burner, and it can be a lot. But boy, I really do like this game.
I'll go back to Karuba level instead.
This is a good game. I need to get this played again. If I can find someone to play it with me.
Not me.
That is Tekenu, Obelisk of the Sun. What now?
This is the culmination of the GIF series. You remember the name of it? They're all weird names. This is Link. And
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Link is, like I said, it's the culmination of the GIF series, and it is essentially all different aspects of all of the different GIF games that came before it, all rolled into one. And this is another one that, just because of lack of play, it has dropped. I bet if we played it again, it would probably go back up again, because this is my type of game, the little abstract two-player, one-on-one, head-to-head. It's got really cool pieces. The board's a little boring, but the pieces, make it so good.
I love the pieces in this series. Yeah, a lot of times it looks blah, but the pieces are so cool. They have this
really
great
good
feel. I don't even know what material they are.
Probably like acrylic or some sort of.
I don't know, but they're so cool. I had to get them out. Sorry.
So, but yeah, it's just if you haven't played any of the GIF series games, it's just a series of these abstract strategy games, usually two-player games that are all really interesting in and of themselves, and you take all of that and throw it into one game. I don't know how. What's his name? Ken Byrne? Is his name?
Chris Byrne.
Chris Byrne. I don't know how this guy's brain works, and he's created all of these games that look very similar, but they're all very different games. And then he takes all of those games and mashes them into one. It's really, really good.
Yeah, we need to play this one again.
We got to do this one again. It's really
There's
pretty.
still a handful of these in this series that are in the shuffle opportunity.
That's true. I haven't even played all of them.
Yeah, we recently did Zerts.
We did.
The marble one.
I think there's still Punked and Devon we haven't
something,
played.
Yeah, which we'll get there.
Yeah, we're working it.
We're working on it.
But Link is definitely one of my top ones. You'll probably see a couple more of this series of games in the future.
I forgot about Yench. I don't know if it would have made my top 50 though.
No? That's unfortunate.
I can't remember if Yench was in my top 50 last time or not, but I don't know.
You can stop foreshadowing my games.
Alright, so now we're going to go to some epic sci-fi time travel. You have not played this one. And also the Exosuit miniature set.
I know nothing about
this. Oh, yes! This is going to be one of those that is in that 5 games Justin may not like series. Because you might like it. It's worker placement.
Yeah, I see this and I'm just like,
It's crunchy. There's definitely some thought to it, but there's elements of this game that you may like. And I mean, these Exosuit minis are so cool. So this is a worker placement game. Command mighty exosuits, traverse the time rifts, and lead your path through a cataclysmic future in this epic sci-fi board game. That's so me. Yes. Yeah, each player has their own board, and you're placing out your workers with exosuits, and there's different zones you can go to, obviously, and it's cool. And there's some time travel and stuff, and I really enjoy this game. It's a cool production with these exosuit minis, because you're like putting these little I forgot what they're called. They're the worker type onto the minis back, and so it sticks out, and it's so cool. It's by Mind Clash Games. I really like this game. That's Anachrony. Last one to the list.
Last one.
What's the clue?
You cheated with this game.
Star Wars deck building game.
Yes. Why did you cheat? Tell everybody. Confess.
What? I said they're like almost the same game.
They're different.
I call this game Star Wars Star Realms, because it's pretty much like Star Realms with Star Wars theme.
They're different.
And I thought hard. I could not pick one over the other. I couldn't.
Cheater.
Anyway.
I like this game better than Star Realms. It's got just a little bit extra. Yes, they're very similar, but they are different games. So
That's creepy. One of Jalen's toys just all of a sudden started talking.
that was weird.
Anyway, continue.
Star Wars deck building game is very similar to Star Realms, but it is different. There's toys still talking.
We got creepy toys that are coming alive.
Oh my goodness.
Late at night, baby's asleep.
Oh, very weird. Anyway, this is my number 31 Star Wars deck building.
That's
game.
a good choice. Okay, mine is a space-themed game. Negotiation.
I don't know.
We have the Titan Edition.
Moonrakers.
Yes, Moonrakers Titan Edition. It is. It's
We
been a
gotta play
little
that
while.
one, too.
Yeah. we really like this game. I don't really like negotiation games, but I like this one. This one just works for us, and it has that deck building mechanic, which we just really love. And you can kind of negotiate, and you're trying to win contracts to get the most prestige, and the components and the production of this game is outstanding. This is the latest I think we had another run with like another little add-on, but this is the big box that has expansions in it. We just wanted to go all out because we've loved this game.
Yes.
This is really good.
Yeah. And this is one of those games I always say that, like, I can do without expansions. This game, the expansions add to the game and make it better, including for me. And it doesn't make it more complicated necessarily.
They're good.
They just add to the experience, and it's just so much better with the expansions. So, I agree.
Yeah, this is a good. This is probably going to show up on Justin's list later. This is a good game. We really love this game. Can't wait to play it again. That is Moonrakers, the Titan Edition! And that is numbers 40 through 31. Let us know which ones of these interest you the most. Which ones you would pick. We didn't have any crossovers on this list.
Yeah, the last 10 we had 2 or 3, didn't we?
I don't remember. I mean, you had a couple games that were on my list, but yeah. So there's definitely going to be a lot of differences starting from here on out because he's starting to get more of those smaller box 2-player games, and I'm getting larger and larger.
But there will definitely be some surprises.
Oh, I cannot wait. What? Oh, my brain's already churning. Like, what could it possibly be?
They're not all small games. I'll just say that.
Oh, okay. Well, I know of one. That's a big box.
Oh, you don't know.
Anyway, let us know which ones interest you the most. Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next 10.